Welcome to Papa's Workshop. You know, working around the tools in the shop and with the CNC machines, every now and then you need to do a little electrical work. And you need to have those terminal connectors to be able to do it. And of course, to be able to get those connectors onto the wire, you need a good crimping tool. Now, over the years, I've had some pretty bad ones actually, but today I want to be able to show you this crimping tool. And it actually is set up where there's three sizes: the red, the blue, and the yellow. And this makes it so easy to be able to put those terminal connectors onto the wire. Can't wait to show you this. And if you purchase this, when you get the crimping tool, you also get 700 of the terminal connectors and the different types. So this is an amazing offer that I want to be able to share with you today, and I want to show you just how easy it is to be able to use this tool. It makes my life a lot easier. So let's get started. Here's a picture of a couple of the tools that I've had over the years, and quite frankly, they did not work. So for the most part, they have sat in the shop, collected a lot of dust and rust. Now, by no means am I an electrical expert, and I'm not an electrician. But I have struggled greatly over the years being able to take the wire and make those connections with those terminal connectors. Oftentimes I found myself just having to solder the wire onto the connector, put some heat shrink on it, and be done with it. I know that wasn't a good workaround, but it worked. So now I have a tool that actually is made for it, and it works so well. The old tools that I had up here just did not do a good job, and you can tell that they are old, and it looks like something from Papa's Workshop that has been laying around in the garage for quite a while. And yeah, you're right, but these tools really did not do the job that they needed to do. So I'm happy to be able to show you that today this crimping tool that works amazingly well. I don't have to solder the wire to the connectors that were actually made to be crimped into position. Now here's a perfect example. I needed to add the connectors back to the wires and be able to clip it onto this micro switch on the X-Carve. Well, I did exactly what I said. I soldered the wire to the connectors and used the heat shrink material to be able to protect the wires. It works. It's not the perfect solution, but it definitely worked. Now, one of the things that you can do is just have a pair of wire strippers. You can strip this wire to the size and the length that you need. And then I like to be able to twist the ends. And then with this red connector, the red connector will go into this first slot right here that's indicated by the red dot. Now these little wire terminals actually have a little stop in there. I know you're not going to be able to see that into the camera, but I can slip this wire right in there and it stops exactly where it needs to stop. So that's exactly where it needs to be able to stop. Now to be able to crimp this down with this connector, I'm just going to set that right in there where it's supposed to be and use this pair of pliers, this crimping tool, to actually help hold it in place. So that sits exactly there. There's no pressure on it now. But then I can just slip the wire into its position and then crimp it down. And that's it. It's done. Then I can just slip that out. I can test it and pull it, and it's secured in position. It's nice having a quality tool that will do this very, very easily. Now I have a link down in the description so that you can purchase this tool along with the 700-piece insulated wire terminal connectors. That gives you a lot of connectors that you'll be able to use for years to come. And there's also a 40% discount, so you don't want to miss that opportunity. So I would suggest looking at the link now and be able to go ahead and pick up one of these should you need it. Now, at one point in time, I did a lot of radio-controlled model airplane flying. And if you ever have worked around those, you know that there's a lot of wires, especially the electric ones, that need to be connected. And when you buy those pieces and parts, they come without the connectors on them in many cases. And I found myself having to solder those connectors on because I just could not get a good connection. So having a crimping tool like this that works the first time and every time is an amazing addition to the shop. Now, one of the features that I want to show you on here, and I don't know if I can really get a good angle in the camera, this has a little area back here where these connectors will just slide in. They will slide right in and hit the stop. It has a stop on the back side. That way you can clamp it down just a little bit and hold pressure, and now you don't need two hands. Now you can take the wire and just slip it in there, and you're able to crimp this exactly where it needs to be. So having that little stop in there is a very nice feature also. And that is the same on any of these connectors. Just slide it in and you know it's going to stop exactly where it needs to. And then you can put just an ever so slight tension on it. Now you have one hand free that you can slip the wire in. I want to give you a close-up of exactly what you get and the different types of connectors. So you have the ring type and the 3 different sizes. You also have the butt splice, again with the 3 different sizes. And of course the male and the female for the bullet type connectors. In addition to that, you're going to have all of the spade female and male connectors. So that gives you a wide variety of all the different type of terminal connectors that you would use in your different projects. Now this hand crimping tool, along with the 700-piece kit that has all the different terminal connectors in it, is going to be a great addition to the shop. And I will be able to much easier be able to repair the CNC machines and other tools around my shop. In addition, it's going to make putting the radio controlled planes together much easier also. Now, the one thing that I wish they did have is to be able to have a guide to be able to know exactly how much of the wire that needed to be stripped off. Because, quite frankly, the first time I did this, I stripped the wire and had too much exposed, and I had to reduce that. So that would be one thing that I would like to be able to see, and maybe for all the electrical experts out there, that's not a problem. But for a novice such as me, having that gauge would be a big help. Thank you for watching the video today, and I hope that you found this short video useful and helpful, and maybe you'll be able to have a need in your shop for this hand crimping tool. I know it's certainly going to help me. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all of my Patreons for supporting this channel. I really greatly appreciate it. You just cannot imagine how much support and help that gives. And I also want to thank all of you out there that enjoy watching these videos and can learn something that you can take back and use in your shop. So if you found this video useful, please go ahead and hit that little subscribe button right down here below and the little bell notification next to it. That way you'll be notified on the different videos that I put up and hopefully be able to learn a few things. So again, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the shop for whatever project that I'm working on.